Hey, everybody, this is Robin from Roaming with Rover. Thank you so much for joining in this morning. We have a very special guest today, Miss AJ from AJ's Personal Touch. Good morning, AJ.
Hi, everybody. How are you doing today?
I guess it's actually closer to afternoon for most everybody. I'm so used to saying good morning in my video.
Hi, everybody. Oops.
Whoops. Is that me with a little bit of feedback? Let me make sure my.
No, that was me. I was trying to make sure it didn't turn on, and I always get a snippet no matter what I try to
I
do,
know, I know.
because
So,
otherwise the whole thing would turn on right in the middle of the
yeah.
broadcast.
Oh, technology, right?
Yeah.
Right. Hi, Samantha. How are you today? Creative Corner of Creation, Ambient. See, I have to take
All
off
right,
the
Andy.
glasses. Otherwise, you guys see this big old glary thing, and then I can't see. So it says Ambi Crafts, Ambi Crafts Reads.
Yes, that's Ambi. She's when I do my AKA lives every other week,
Mm-hmm.
I do it with Ambi and Kaylin from Kay's Crochet Haven.
Oh,
Every
nice.
other Wednesday we go live.
Very, very nice. That's it's always nice when you've got a group of people that you interact with on a regular basis. It makes things a
Hmm.
lot more fun.
Yeah, so we try to support each other along the way when we can.
That is wonderful. So, are you having any effects from the bad weather where you guys are? Are you far enough away from that?
Basically, it's gotten colder up here. We were still in the higher weather, 80
Hmm.
degrees at least, and then boom, it went down 60, 50, 60 degrees. Hey, Keith, how are you doing? Keith comes in on our chats too, my live chats that we do. We've
Hmm.
started to get quite a few people who come in there, so
It
that's
is
nice.
wonderful. Yeah, Keith, I see Keith a lot in mine. I think Keith comes in and plays bingo now and again, don't you? I think so. It's going to be so weird because I'm traveling pretty much the entire month of October. And
Mhm.
so I'm not going to have bingo for like 3 weeks. And it actually ends up being 4 weeks because I had to cancel last week. And it just feels so weird not to see all the bingo on my schedule.
Yeah, and I had just signed up for my bingo numbers, and I was like, okay, I guess I need to wait now.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
Kathy, how you doing?
so your Ambi's in Georgia. So I bet you guys are just on the edge of all of that. I've got family in Florida, but we've been keeping a close check, and they got a lot of the rain, but it's sort of where it went up this way, and they were just right here. So
Yeah.
it went up a little north of them. So they got the rain and a little bit of wind, but
I need to check the map better. I haven't done it, but they're not out, they're family that's not family.
mhm,
Family that you pick, we
right.
have who live down in Florida. And I need to see if it hit in his area or not. He lives on the Gulf. So
Oh,
it hit Ted's area. Yeah, I'll have to look and make sure that they're doing okay. They usually fare really well anytime they have something, so hopefully it stays with them, that
that's
they keep doing well. I haven't heard anything yet, so I've been watching his daughters and his son's pages, and they haven't said anything yet. So.
good. Yeah, we always hope everybody is safe when these. And the problem is you have no idea where it's going to hit. You have no idea how long it's going to last. Um, we had the one a few years ago that hit, and it just sat there for so long and caused so much damage before it finally moved on and dissipated. This one
Right.
seems to be bopping right on through and up the road. I had popped into someone's live this morning, and I apologize, I didn't even know the name. It's the first time she had popped up, and she was literally sitting there waiting for it to hit. She's like, "I'm gonna do this now because later on we're probably not gonna have electricity." And I'm like, "I don't think I'd be sitting and doing a live if that's what was going on."
Yeah, I don't know if I would be either. I'd be making sure I had everything taken care of, and
I'm freaking out a
but
little bit.
maybe she already had that done and
Yes,
for a while
you
and had
may.
nothing else to do.
And sometimes it's nice to just talk to somebody and
Mhm.
kind of relax a little bit.
Because sitting there and stewing in your stress just
Mhm.
makes it worse.
It does make it worse. Makes it much, much worse. Excuse me. So, Miss AJ, you've got a big announcement for us.
Yes. And actually, it's a lot thanks to you, which is why I'm here on your live. Um, I've been making stitch markers for friends, and as you know, to add to prizes and things when I send them out for my channel for a while now. At least, well, a couple months, a while now. But you happened to see them, and you were like, "Oh, those are so gorgeous." And you should really start selling those. And then I had quite a few people after that saying the same thing. You really need to. You really need to. And my husband was sitting here that night that you were talking about and he was just like, you really should try.
Mhm.
So we decided, okay, he's been helping me, and normally he doesn't take me to the craft store because he always thinks I'm going to come home with yarn.
Yep,
Uh,
pretty
so
good
he's been taking me since I don't, drive, usually after a doctor's appointment that's out that way. But to go to get supplies, like when they're half off or 40% off at Hobby Lobby. So that's been helping. Because the prices, that's the one thing. Most people, when they look at them, they're like, why are they priced so high? Like looking on, especially on Etsy, because to go on Etsy, it's so expensive.
Oh, it's
So
awful.
people have to add,
Fees, the fees
yeah,
on Etsy, in case you guys don't know, the fees on Etsy, they are through the roof. And if you aren't selling thousands of dollars worth of product, their fees are just going to eat you alive.
right. And originally I was going to start there because I had somebody who was like, when you're starting slow, Etsy will advertise for you, everything. They can help bring people in. But my husband and I discussed it, and we were like, no, we needed to go smaller until we know if they're going to sell or not.
Mhm.
And so I just created it last night. I created a Facebook group. And I know that's different than what most people would do. They would do a Facebook page, but I didn't want it to be where it pops up with the market, because I don't want it to be sold through Facebook per se, through their market. I just want it to be where I can list them. And then I have 3 different sources that people can pay. Like I have PayPal, I have Venmo, and I have Cash App. And
Oh,
I figure most people have
mhm,
one of those.
mhm.
And if not, then I may have to look into adding something else. But hopefully, when I was in direct sales, those were the 3
Mhm.
that I ended up with, because I looked into all of them and I was like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to.
Mhm.
I know there's another one that's come out since then that I haven't even looked into, because I was just like, I'm fine. I wasn't doing anything really that I needed them anymore. So, I'm going to sell them on there. We still have to go out. I think there's just one more thing I have to do with, to go get my sales tax thing. But, yeah, we're going to open it on Monday. So
Yay!
right now, if you click on the link, which I forgot to give you the link to put in the description, which I will give it to you.
Can I?
Actually, no, it was on the page. I don't know if you got it off of there or not. It's on the chat that I started yesterday,
Oh, okay. I think.
for everybody who is supporting me through this. Besides today's live, there will be other content creators who pop up who are going to be showing my stitch markers. I have sent them out to everybody. It was a mad dash because originally I was supposed to have a live with Robin next week on Tuesday. And I messaged her telling her, okay, I'm all set already. And then she was like, oh, wait a minute. Thought it
That's
was
what
November. We're
yeah,
going
that
on
was my look.
vacation.
I'm gonna be on a plane.
So, Robin, I just love you. You are so generous. She found time today in her busy schedule to fit this in. So I just want you to know how much I appreciate you.
Well,
And I mean, things happen. I mean, the last live that I had scheduled, because I haven't done any lives on my page in a while, because I've gotten so busy, and plus I was not doing well health wise last month. So I actually didn't show up to, because it was a bad day and I had fallen asleep. It was a day that my body was like, you got to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And I woke up, and if I would have remembered, I woke up in time, but I didn't remember. All I remembered was I had a different video that I had to film. So
Hmm.
at the time that I was supposed to be going live, I was filming a different video, which made me feel even worse because my guest was sitting there and people were sitting there waiting. And it wasn't until I went on my channel to find something that I saw the comments and stuff. And I was just like, oh no, oh no. How in the world did I do that? So,
We we have so many irons in the fire. So I was able to drop the link to the Facebook page. So if somebody wants to click on that, Jennifer, maybe if you wouldn't mind clicking on that and see if the link works. Um, I
what
don't know. I,
what you will find when you click on it and go there is I have a post that says under construction.
perfect. Perfect.
So,
Because I
yeah,
know sometimes things look different when I post it compared to what someone else sees. But if
yeah,
somebody would mind popping on that and just see if it works, that would be, if that particular link works, that would be wonderful.
yeah.
Dawn, look at that pretty puppy. Oh, and Jennifer's got a puppy. You know me and the puppies. Um,
Hi, Jennifer. Hi, John. How you doing?
so
Don. I mean, somehow that came out as John. I got
no,
something
I
in
know.
my
I
eyes.
literally, what did I do with it? I bought this book the other day because, and I'm not promoting this book for any reason. I'm just saying this thing is going to be a lifesaver for me. I got this
I
Close
have it.
Creations. You
Mhm.
guys, if you're a content creator, you need this. You need this. Um,
Yeah, I have a flip through on my channel of it.
hmm It
I
is.
just I don't have the spiral version. I wish I would have had the extra money to get the spiral.
I know. I made that mistake because I bought the crochet planner and I cheaped out and did not get the spiral. And I'll tell you what, for the extra $5, get the spiral. It's and so I knew when this came up, I didn't even look. If there wasn't a spiral, I wouldn't have got it. Um, it's it's already helping me, and I've only had the thing for 2 days.
Yeah,
So
I have two. I have the crochet one and the regular one, but next time, because it's going to fill up. So there's going to be a next
oh,
time.
yeah,
I'll have to, you know,
you got
I
the six
already,
month one, right?
huh?
Did you get the 6 month one?
I just got the planner. I thought it was for a whole year.
There's a 6 month one and there's a year one.
She must have
And,
just changed that because I think all she
oh,
had was the year ones before.
okay. Okay. I don't know why you would get a 6 month one. But yeah, it has already saved me. And while I'm going to be gone, I'm really stressing about you guys, my viewers, while I'm gone and making sure there's some content out there for you. And it's just not a month because, you got things to do and everybody will forget about me. And
Nobody's going to forget about you, Robin.
so, but it
We're
really,
going to miss you, is what we're going to do. We're
oh,
not going to forget about you. We're going to miss you.
thank you. And I hope I'm able to, I really hope I'm able to do a few pop-up lives that there will be some internet and we can get some footage of um, Alaska and some footage of Hawaii. That would
Well,
be just, that's,
I'm putting up prayers for you, and I'm like, prayers that you guys stay healthy
oh,
and get to enjoy the whole thing this time.
no, I know. Well, and we had a wonderful time last time. We got to see the Mendenhall Glacier. So, I mean, just that was worth the trip. But I'm still struggling. I'm still trying to get money back from some of the expenses that we have that's supposed to be covered by insurance. And we
Hmm.
can't get the cruise line to give us receipts for the things that they required us to buy that is supposed to be reimbursed. So, I'm pretty sure that it's never going to happen. But
That is
so,
so sad when they do stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Um, I've wanted to go on a cruise my entire life, and I keep hoping someday. But then when COVID hit, it just reminds you of how close you all are, even though it's a big ship.
yeah. The
So
big ship
it
is
when you
5,000.
have health issues like mine, then it gets kind of scary.
Yeah, it is. And they do have, one of the things I was surprised to find out was I know they have medical care, they have a medical team, but they're not open all the time. And I thought, well, how can you have a medical clinic that isn't open in the middle of the day? They don't open till like 3 in the afternoon. I'm like, this is
Wow.
bizarre. And maybe they've got emergency staff on hand, But like I called down to get something that we needed, and they're like, yeah, they're closed till 3. Call back later. Okay, is that just to me, I'm thinking it's more like a minor emergency clinic where they're just there.
Uh-huh.
So, and it was not like that at all. So
Wow.
anyway, we got 2 days, and then I called the airlines yesterday to ask a question, and
Mhm.
she's like, "Have you checked to see if your flight is?" And I'm like, "What do you mean if my flight is still happening?" She's like, "Well, with the weather." And I'm like, "Oh God, I didn't think about that. Give me one more thing to stress about." It's not a problem. All of the flights that are being canceled or delayed are on your side of the country, not my side of the country. And usually I pick the first flight of the day because usually if there's problems, they
Mhm.
snowball throughout the end of the day.
Right.
So, I'm up at 3 in the morning, but there's a much better chance because I can't miss this flight tomorrow. I cannot miss this flight because I fly home tomorrow and then on the next day we fly out on the cruise. So cannot miss this flight. There's no way I can drive home in that amount of time. I don't think I don't know if there's a train anymore, but you couldn't get there on a train in that amount of time.
Yeah, there's no way you could get there on a train in that amount of time.
I,
So,
I keep thinking
prayers, fingers crossed, toes crossed.
everything. Oh,
Everybody send good vibes.
oh, yeah.
Robin's way.
Need my pom poms. I need my pom poms. So let's talk more about you. That's what we're here for today.
Well, let me talk about the one thing besides the stitch markers I wanted to bring up, and then we can just show and talk about stitch
Mhm.
markers. So, um, I wanted to put out there for anybody who likes to donate and everything, and I'm kind of pulling my hair out right now. I'm supposed to be making some cat toys for an organization that has worked with us, and we love. They're called Meow Mission here. They do catch and release of feral cats.
Oh,
So they take them, they catch them, they take them, they get them fixed, they get their shots, they get them taken care of, and that way there's not as many fights between them outside, and plus it helps keep the cat population down. It's a really amazing program. We had 3 cats that they came and they took care of, and we actually ended up with 2 of them in the house, which we weren't expecting. We were expecting to get the shelter for outside, and we would take care of them through the winter and everything. And if the others won't show up again, because there were more, but they haven't been, we'll start feeding them again, but they haven't been. We've been putting food out for a while, and they weren't coming. So somebody else in the area, we live in an area where people will feed the cats. So um but they bring out shelters, and things, and it costs a lot. They have 2 vets who volunteer their time on Mondays, who do all of the surgeries on a Monday. Between 2 vets, they collect them on Sunday, surgery on Monday, and then they bring them back to where they got them from and release them on Tuesday.
hmm.
So it's a really great program. And when I told them I crochet, they're like, "Oh, amazing. They have one big fundraiser a year, and it's on October 16th, and they sell cat toys." And she even sent me the patterns of the ones that they generally use, and then I showed her some that I had, and she's like, "Oh, that would be great. That would." And I was hoping to get quite a few of them done, but done with the stitch markers. And then I had a friend who challenged me to a sock challenge last month, and I thought, a pair of socks. I'm going to crochet them, and plus bigger, not tiny, shouldn't be an issue. Well, with everything going on with me, I had a procedure, and then I was down for a couple days, and everything adds up. I'm still not done with the socks, which actually I was going to sit here and crochet while we talk today, and I'm not doing that. So
Yeah.
I've got 1 and a fourth done. I need to get 3/4 of a sock done today.
Can you show us the sock?
So,
Because I was watching on your other video. I was watching the sock and I was very interested.
yeah, here. Well, that's the small one. And it's one without a heel.
Yeah. So is it an afterthought heel or is it like a tube sock?
It's like
Look,
it's a tube sock.
so nice. Okay, so this is my question. Having never seen a crocheted tube sock, in fact, I just learned this is how such a dork I am. I just learned that you could even make a tube sock. knit.
I never knew until I got this pattern.
Right?
I won the Nana. Terry is here. Good morning. Terry is the one who challenged me. It's her channel. Every month she does a challenge, and plus she
Oh,
comes into our live videos that I do on my group, and she personally challenged me to do them. And then she was giving away a pattern, and she said, if you sign up, if you win the pattern, which I did happen to win, you have to do it. So
Nana, would you drop your channel link, please? I absolutely want to go. Just type the word drop, Nana. I absolutely want to go over and look at that. And I need that. I need that pattern, that and the other 3,000 patterns that I own. I need that. So what type of yarn does it use? Is it a cotton or?
I think it's written, I think, just for sock yarn, and I didn't. All the sock yarn I had, I didn't have enough because I have a big foot. And let me see what it says. So I found one that I thought would work, because if you do like 100% cotton, it's not going to stretch enough.
So is it like with the cottons? A lot of times it's superwash merino and then 25 nylon.
Yeah, I think so. Let me see.
Thank
It
you,
calls
Nana.
for depending on the size, any number one super fine yarn, it says.
Oh, okay.
She said, I use Penelope, and I've never heard of that brand before. And the color Homer is what the person used, which it's written by Priscilla of Distinctive Crochet. And that is her picture that she has there. You can make them short, you can make them long.
I may have seen that before.
So it's not too hard. And the nice thing is okay, this is the side from when I was crocheting it. This is the side that came up. The side she tells you to do is to turn it inside out and to use this side. But a lot of people like the other side more. So she then says, pick what side you want to use, and then use the other side to sew your ends in. Well, what I did is I sewed them in as well as I could invisibly, or especially down by the toe. Nobody's going to see that.
Right.
So that I can wear them whichever way I feel like that day.
I
like both sides. And then, like I said, if I really want to mix and match one day, even though it's the same color, I can wear one this way, and then I can flip the other one the other way. Which reminds me of my daughter when she was younger. She loved when they came out with those mixed. She was doing it before the person came out with the mixed match brand, but she loved doing that.
So even with the you're using a super fine, you're using a one weight on that a sock weight, it still looks pretty substantial. Flopping over.
I doubled mine.
Oh,
mine's bigger. Because I had just finished that sample shawl that I had made for Macy,
which is beautiful, by the way. Oh my gosh, I was so excited when I got to see that.
Yeah, Robin actually got to go to the fair that Macy Gaines was in, and got to touch my shawl. I'm so amazed.
That girl, she's a hoot. Let me tell you, she was all over the place.
I'm using Yarn Bee's Blended Bliss.
Oh, I have some of that.
Which is a number one, but I got these at a clearance, not this year, but the year before. And I have this one's Clay Pot, and this one is Green Eyes. And I combined them together, and that's how I got the color on this one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm interested to see how that ends out as far as pulling them up and them staying up. That's really what my question is. How do they stay up? How well
I put it on. It seems to be fine. But we'll see once they're both done and I start wearing them. Wearing them.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But I figured a nice slipper sock, especially when it was starting to get colder here, would be perfect.
Well, and like here, I mean, even though I'm in Texas and it's still 85 degrees here, the house it's so cold in the house because the AC is on all the time, and the homes are made to keep them cool, and so the textures are cool. everything is tile, everything is stone, everything is
Mhm.
brick. And I freeze in here. I'm wearing long pants. I usually have a sweater on. I always have socks on. So I like to have something like that for just around in here.
Mhm.
And then when I do go outside, I just throw on a pair of slides or something.
Yeah, see, and this is the season that I actually get cold more, especially after I had my gastric bypass and then my revision that I had, and I lost weight. I used to be hot all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Now I freeze, and some people freeze like for the rest of their life after that once they lose it and all that. I'm lucky enough that I actually do warm up now, but fall and spring are the seasons that I really freeze in, and you would
So
think it would be the
it's
middle
so
of winter, but with the
bad.
furnace on and everything, it's okay. But and even when we got, the furnace has come on already, I still it's whatever it is because it's the transitioning seasons, I just freeze
Mhm.
and in the
And for
fall
us,
and
that's
spring.
usually when it's what? It's rainy in the spring and then it's rainy in the fall. And that
Mhm.
wet, damp cold, it chills me to the bone and I just can't get past it. I saw a sweatshirt and I need it so bad. And it says, yes, I'm cold. And then down underneath it says 24/7. That is me. And I am always cold. Always, always, always. Thank you so much for dropping that, Nana. I pulled your site up just to remind me to go in there. I already subscribed, but I needed to go in there and look at the information on that sock. So I want to say hi to a few people that I see popping in. Natural Creations. Hello. Hi, Michelle.
Hello, Natural Creations, and thank you. I think I saw you said beautiful colors, or somebody did.
Oh, there it is.
Abby
Natural.
says they're beautiful. Yeah,
Hi.
natural colors. Those are beautiful colors. Hi, Michelle. It's been a while since I've seen you, and thank you, Amby. It's been a while since I've seen anybody like in a like I said, I haven't done a live on my channel for over a month now because I've just had so much going on. This month alone with my doctor's appointments, we were down in Indianapolis, which is a 3.5, 4 hour drive 3 times this month.
Oh
So,
my goodness. That's a lot of road
and
time.
we'll be doing that again in December. So,
Oh,
and I may have surgery in my future, which that one is actually, if everybody will send good vibes, I'm hoping for. So, I see somebody about the possibility of skin removal surgery, and I really need to have that done. So I have about 30 pounds or more, they're thinking.
oh wow. That'd be boy. That's a tough surgery. That's a tough recovery.
Yeah, I know. And for a while, I figured I'd probably never end up having it, especially with my issues with eating and getting protein in. But I've been working really, really hard to get it in. Now I have to lose some weight because for a while I couldn't keep anything down and I was eating mostly carbs. And now
Mhm.
I'm on a very restricted carb diet and I've lost around 5 pounds in the last couple weeks.
Oh, good.
So we're just hoping it keeps going down because he won't do the surgery unless I can get back down to where I was a couple months ago. So
Yeah, that's a tough surgery. It's a tough recovery, man. It,
yeah, I figure I've had what I don't even know, at least 10, if not more, would you say, hon?
yeah,
My husband's sitting right here. Abdominal surgeries. So, and abdominal surgeries are rough.
they're awful.
So I figure, okay, I already know what that feels like. And I've been told that the skin removal is rougher, but it's from people who've only had like one or two.
Hmm.
So I'm thinking hopefully with what I've gone through, I already know kind of what to expect.
Yeah. Well,
So,
we'll make sure you let us know when it's going on, and we'll all be praying for you.
oh, I will. I'll be off of my channel then for a while. So I'll have to let you guys know.
Absolutely.
So,
Let's talk about stitch markers.
okay, let's
Show
talk
us
about
what
stitch
you've got.
markers. Excuse me?
Can you show us what you've got?
Why don't you open up your package?
So because Robin messed up on her dates, poor AJ was down to the second getting this stuff out to us, and I literally got my package 5 minutes before we started the show today. So I have cut the end off, but I have not looked at it yet. So look at the pretty package, all the butterflies. I love all the good packages out there. So let's see what do we have now. Of course,
Thank you, Natural Creations.
I can't see
And thank
anything.
you, Jennifer.
Oh, what a beautiful card. So this is the beautiful card that she, oh, you're not going to see it. Can you see it? There. Okay. It's got a kitty cat on there. This is AJ's Personal Touch, custom crochet, tech editor, and skincare. And I can vouch for her beautiful custom crochet that I saw in person.
Thank you.
Absolutely
No,
stunning.
the only downside is because I had those made a while ago, I won't have the stitch markers on there, but
Okay, so
I
they
mean,
came on a nice card. Oh my gosh, those are so cute. And the puppy. Oh my gosh. Okay, okay. I want to show you these one at a time. They're so pretty. Oh, I hope they show up nice on this camera. So the first one is a beautiful copper leaf for fall. Let's see. Is that focusing? Come on. There. Beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful leaf. And it's got beadwork with it in all different. Oh, those are so pretty. You can see all the colors, even though they're not clear. Where's the best? Where's the best spot? Let me get something white behind it. Maybe that'll be better. Is that better? Yeah,
yeah.
there we go. So you can see the beautiful jewel tone colors of that, of the beadwork that goes with that leaf. And with the copper leaf on there, that just sparkles. Oh, that's so pretty. And then it's got a, oh, I don't remember what they call those. What's the clasp called? Do you remember?
Lever backs.
Yeah, the lever back clasp. So they're good and solid, but easy to move, easy to get on and off the work with. And that's in a pewter color. So,
Yeah, and I use the round lever backs because I was told, well, actually, Nana Terry, she knits as well. She said those should be able to use well with people who knit because they're round. And I like those too. I do have some of the other ones because I started with the other ones and I still have some left. But the round ones to me seem sturdier. They take a little
mhm,
bit more to open and close them, and the other ones tend to break, it seems like a little bit more.
okay.
So I'm really happy with those.
And I'm just looking at that, and I just bought a size 11 knitting needle yesterday. And nope, it's not in here. It's in the other room. And I think this would fit. I think this would fit over my size 11 knitting needle. That is really a substantial size. That's nice. Okay, look at this. How cute. Oh my gosh. He's so cute. He's so cute. It's a little boo ghost. Look how cute that is. Oh man. I just cannot get this thing to focus.
He looks there when you were at the top. He looked pretty decent
Yeah.
there.
There he is. Yeah. Oh, how cute is that? Absolutely adorable little ghosty. And the little colored, Halloween colored beads underneath the purples and oranges. And again, it's got that really nice big lever back top on it. So cute. Oh my gosh, that is just precious. I love I love Halloween stuff. I love fall stuff. I don't like scary Halloween stuff, but I love cutesy Halloween stuff
Hmm.
like this. Oh wow, look it. This is so nice. It's like these it's like you picked these out perfectly for me. This one,
Well, that one was done perfectly for you.
it's got a puppy dog on it, and a little behind it is a puppy dog bone. See if I can get the puppy dog bone to show. I'm trying to hold this. There. Can you see the little puppy dog bone? So pretty. And then it's got the purple beads because everybody knows how much I like purple. That is so nice. Those are so nice. I love the beads on there. Ooh, and little pearl beads, pearl drop beads. So, so pretty. Those are so pretty. You did a wonderful job there. Because I know sometimes, and I have made a little bit of jewelry, two or three things, and just in a little class that I took. And it's very hard to get the tops of these done well to get the jump rings on correctly. And these are very well made. I can tell by looking at them. Really good
Thank you.
job.
I will not put it aside until I feel that I've got that jump ring as close as I can and where things aren't going to fall off and it's not going to snag.
Yeah, because
So,
that's the thing. When you're working with, in some of our yarns, some are in, but some of the yarns are very fine and very good, very good quality. And I'm always hesitant to even use stitch markers when I'm using those better yarns because you
mhm,
don't want it to snag on those things. And I have seen it snag really bad on some things.
right.
These are just precious. Absolutely.
Thank you, everybody.
Oh man.
Yeah, I tend to like when I was working on the shawl that you saw that I made because that was fingering weight.
Hmm.
So when I was making that, I tend personally, and even though I used one of my own stitch markers, I used the plastic ones
Hmm.
for, the general working area. And then I just used those as a progress keeper for me
Yeah.
to mark my way. Um, and it worked really well. It didn't snag. It didn't. So of course I try to test it out myself when I
Mhm.
can. And that was my most important work that I've done this year. So, I used it on that. So
It's so, so beautiful. But yeah,
well, I have a lot more here if you guys want to see.
yeah, we do. Let's see what you got. So when people are ordering these, you'll have them, you're selling them individually or in sets. How's that going to work?
Um, More than likely they're going to be individually,
Hmm.
unless I see something that I think, oh, just has to be in a set. When it comes to some of the enamel Halloween ones, all I have is two of each design. So it all depends. I mean, if they sell quickly, I'll get some more for like Halloween. If not, I'm gonna move on. I already have some Christmas ones sitting here to do for Christmas. Hobby Lobby has Christmas crafts
Oh
50%
yeah,
off. So I'm like, get them now before I go to look for them later and they're gone.
and they're gone. Hmm.
Um, so I have a handful of some things. The leaves I have in different colors. There's the copper color. There's silver, there's gold, I believe there's rose gold, and then the copper color I sent you. So
Boy, I bet that rose gold was beautiful too. This
yeah,
copper
they're
gold
all,
is really, really pretty.
and like I do have some different colors of the lever backs. I have gold and silver and the copper, the antique color. But like right now I'm starting to run out of some. So I'm not one to, when I can, I keep the metals the same.
Hmm.
But because I never know, like, I always forget the name of the wire that you put them on.
Hmm.
My brain is blanking on that one right now. Um, those I may be using silver with a gold lever back,
Hmm.
because
Well, and it hardly shows.
it just depends on which one, I need to use. If I need a extra little loop at the end, if I have beaded one with a little tiny bead at the end, and then just the regular ones. So, yeah, my metals don't always match.
Hmm.
So, but I've always been a person who likes mixed metals.
Yep.
So it doesn't bother me, but I know some people are like, oh, I want the same metal all the way through. But unfortunately, like this one here is a good example.
Oh, head pins. Yes, thank you.
Head pins. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks,
Oh,
Ambi. I knew Ambi would know. This is I did do a couple in Christmas colors just because I wanted to see. And this has the
you.
heart that says, I think it's handmade with love. And it also has another little heart inside of the heart. No, made with love is what it says. Some say when you get them say handmade with love. Some say just made with love. Um, but so there's this one here, and if you look up at the top, which is close, I'll turn it this way. You might be able to see. It's got a silver head pin on it, but
Hmm.
then it's got the antique
Yeah,
lever back.
I think that's
So
very pretty.
So hopefully that doesn't bother most people. I have to use what I have.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, when I went looking to see if I can find them in all the different colors, they don't, they
Hmm.
either don't make them in all the different colors, or like between the gold and the silver, you can get twice as much of the silver and then pay the same price and only get half as much of the gold plated ones. So
Or they're
it's like,
not quite the same shade. They're a little bit different shade.
right.
I have found
So I was like, well,
that too.
it's hidden most of it. So hopefully nobody,
Yeah.
cares that much to see it. So there's that one. Let me see what else I have. This one I made like the spooky ghost. I didn't know. I never thought I'd be able to use those beads, and then
Oh,
I started using them, and I thought those
oh,
are kind of cute. The ones in
cute.
the back that I have. I went with the bronze pumpkin instead. They had orange or bronze. I went with the bronze one
Yeah.
because he just called my name. I
Yeah.
was
That's the
like,
ones. Hmm.
so I do have a few of those. They came in a higher quantity than some of the others. Um, Here's a Halloween one. I got a big assortment of the Halloween ones, which is why I have only two of each design. Some I do like this and then put the beads behind it.
Yeah.
And you can see the
Yeah.
beads. And then others I never know what somebody's going to like. So I try to get a mix match. Then others I hang the bead down at the bottom.
Oh, is that a skeleton?
Yeah, I got to turn in.
He's so cute.
And then there's tiny skull beads.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
love it.
So if you see that the blue bead there, it's,
Oh, they are.
and the red bead are skulls.
Yep. So
I
pretty.
got them thinking that they would be bigger, kind of not as big as the ghost that you showed, but
Hmm.
a little bit bigger, so they would be like the main attraction. And then I got them and they were like small. I didn't read, and I wasn't thinking. It was on a night when I was a little tired, and I was like, I need to get this order in because Joann's was having a good sale on beads,
Yeah, they
and
do sometimes.
and it was a doorbuster, and it had to be done by midnight. And I think it was like 11 o'clock when I finally sat down to look, and I was like, gotta get this order in, gotta get it in. They had them 3 for $10. I'm like, that's
Oh,
too
wow.
good of a deal
That's
when some
very
of the
good.
strands were $15.99, a piece. So I went ahead and I ordered some, and I hurried. I saw the skulls. I'm like, I like them. And I did see they had two different ones, but I thought, oh, well, I'll get more this way. Well, yeah, I got more because they were tiny.
This is
So,
very little.
but then I can just add them to other stuff and accentuate it more. So there's another ghost. And I think I did the beads backwards on this one. I think yours were purple, orange, purple, and then this one's
Hmm.
orange, purple, orange. So I will be doing custom work. So, as my husband said, these are all custom anyway.
Right.
I'll have, what I have on hand, but then I'll be doing custom work. The hearts I have in different colors,
Mm. Oh, I
in
like
in
that.
gold and silver, I believe, and I think those. Yeah, the first one I showed was a brassy color. But I will offer custom work as in beads that I already have, where I may show pictures of I have these, but I have a limited quantity. Because my Christmas ones that I have some snowmen, some gingerbread men, but I only ended up with like 3 gingerbread men, with the beads that they have in between on the strands. So I'll say, what the quantity is, first come, first serve. You tell me which one you'd like, and then what color beads you'd like to go with it, basically. Um, but I'll probably make one that's ready to ship just to show you what it'll look like. And this one, since it's got the clear bead, I'll show it
Ooh.
against here.
Yeah. I like the red, white, and blue on that.
Thank you. Let me see. Then here's another one with the heart, just to show you how different beads just make them look
Oh, yeah.
different. There's that one.
That reminds me of the seashore.
I love this bead because it reminds me like ombre because you turn it
Mhm.
around and it's different colors.
Colors all around it. Yeah.
Yeah. Here I have a pumpkin.
Aww.
I have another one of the brass pumpkins in here. And it has one of those round beads on it, but that one's just the same color all around. I love this. This angel, when I had gotten the strand, I thought it was just one big bead put together, but it's not. It's separate beads. So I can actually
Oh.
mix and match because they have different colors on the angel when they put them on, and then I put a pearl at the top to make it kind of look like a cloud.
Mhm.
And I just thought it looked perfect to add the heart on with them as well.
Yeah.
Now I have another skeleton here. So this is a second skeleton. So I only have the one that I made and then this one. Again, I wanted to show the difference. Some people like them when they hang long at the
Right.
bottom. Some people don't. And then here's one of my favorites, and seems to be because I do try and show the people who
Oh,
I chat
that's
with some of them.
pretty.
I love the cat on the moon.
Yes. Oh, I hope you can get a bunch of those. That's going to be a favorite.
I have silver and gold
Mm-hmm.
in these, and I can get more. I can't remember. I think I've got 20 of each.
Mm. Oh,
But
totally.
it's one that I've given to people too.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
tried not to give away the enamel ones that I only have two of.
Mm-hmm. Oh, everybody likes the angel.
Thank you. Now this one, I just loved how this one came out. I almost want to keep it, but I
Oh,
only have two. So.
yes.
A cutesy Grim Reaper. Who would have
Uh-huh.
known?
Yeah.
And again, I'll put it because it's.
Oh, that looks that. Yeah, that shows up a lot well. That's so nice.
And then here's a different pumpkin.
Oh, I like it with just a little touch of color in there.
And here's a silver of the cat.
Hmm.
Yeah, everybody that I've done. Oh, I love the cat on the moon. I'm like, yeah, so do I. Which is why I made sure to get it.
Hmm.
Everybody knows me with cats.
Yeah.
Now, I have tried to find like dogs, like how you get the cats on the moon and
Mhm.
different. And I haven't found, now I haven't gone specifically looking right now. Once the holidays are over, I'll look for
Yeah.
more different things like that. But what I'm mainly
Oh,
finding are the paw prints a lot right now.
yeah.
And then I also figure, people, you can use the paw print for a dog or a cat.
Hmm.
So let me put these back in this bowl, and then I have a couple. And of course, I had more than these, but once I sent them to everybody who's going to be showing them for me, I was like, oh, my quantity got depleted. Now I got to get back to work and make a lot more. So, and I'm in progress of doing that. Some of these I just did last night. I thought I had moved. Yeah, that's all that's left. Moved them all down, but I didn't. So when the shop opens, there will be more than this. Because, of course, I will be working on them. Well, today I've got to work on my sock, but I will. Every day I have to get at least a couple
Hmm.
done so that I can sit down one day and I think one day I made 10 of them in one day, which was the most that I've done so far. But I have a new tool that makes things go faster. So
Oh, look at that.
the mummy.
Yes.
Oh, he's got the clear ones. Whoops. Turn around. There we go.
Oh, that is sweet.
I'll put him on my shirt down here. Here's a this one came with the enamel set, so it's a different cat on the moon. So I'll have two like this.
Ooh, that one is really nice. That would look pretty with black and white beads too.
Yeah, I think that's how I'll make the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And then an all white mummy. That shows the yellow beads on there a little bit better. Let me see. I do have a custom one that I made here that I'm going to send to Macy. I'm sure she won't be watching this, so
Oh, cowboy hat. Yep.
so I'm going to be sending that one to her. And if you can tell, do the beads remind you of anything?
Yeah, they almost look like moonstones.
Yeah, but they almost look like the yarn that I made the shawl out of.
Yes.
So when
Yeah.
I saw those, I said those have to be on a stitch marker for
Mm-hmm.
Macy.
Yep.
These are ones that I don't have a huge quantity of these beads, so they'll be in a custom.
Yeah.
I won't do a lot of pre-made ones for those, but since I made that specifically for her, and it looked almost, if you guys
Yeah.
saw my video with my shawl, I mean, I couldn't believe it was like it was meant to be in a stitch marker for her
Oh, I love
because
those oval beads.
that was her signature yarn for the fair.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this one is a custom for somebody. I'm not going to say who, but if she sees this, she'll probably figure it out. It's for her, but I wasn't going to show that one. But if anybody like messages me and says, I want one made with whatever, if I don't have it, I will go and try and find it. And I can quote a price then, depending on how much it is to get the actual bead and make it or charm, or whatever you're looking for. And then that's my last one that I have.
Yeah, that's nice. It's nice. There's a lot of Halloween ones, and there's plenty of time to get those ordered for Halloween. So you put this one in the mail to me on
It
Tuesday,
went to the post office on Monday, but it got sent out on Tuesday by the time we got it there.
and I got it
Um,
Friday morning. Friday,
right.
literally 5 minutes before the show went on the air.
Now, all of them ended up going out that day. My husband went to the post office twice for me that day. Once before they closed, because that was with yours and three others that I was able to get done quickly for him before they closed. And then he took the rest that for the channels who are going to be showing them for me. That night, I hurried up. I got them done. It took me until almost 11 o'clock, but he took them and put them in the drop box at
Wow.
our main office, and they all went out the next day. So yours probably went out earlier the next day because they had already been sent
Process. Yeah.
through processed the night before. But I use Pirate Ship, so I print the
Awesome.
labels off of Pirate Ship, and
Yep, that's what I use.
so that I can bring when it comes to shipping, because you will have to pay for my state tax. As far as I know, we're going to talk to somebody to figure out how the tax situation goes,
Mhm.
to know for sure. Um, but there will be tax, and I do believe, since I'm selling them out of Indiana, that I have to do Indiana state tax,
Mhm.
and then I will be charging for postage. So it'll be just the price of the stitch markers, and then
Mhm.
tax and postage. So,
Yeah. Well, no, these are absolutely beautiful. This is
and I know.
my favorite. The puppy dog one, I think, is my favorite.
Yeah, I like that bead. Now those, I have some hollowed out paws like that one, but the two that I had that had actual beads in them, like that. For whatever reason, they had only 2 like that, then the rest of them on the card were hollow.
Yeah.
I've sent out,
Mm-hmm.
I sent one to you, and I sent one to one of my friends who she has 3 dogs. So, yeah. Because I originally bought them to make special ones for her.
Mm-hmm.
And so I used the last one for you. But again, it's something I know where I can get it. So if somebody sees it on here and they just want that and they say, message me. And if you want that bead, I know where to go to get
Mm-hmm.
more. So I can go and get more.
Excellent. So then, do you have a price point for these?
Um, it depends on how many beads and the charm. But right now they're going to what we have figured out right now between the 3 different sizes that I basically have that I've been making. Let me get my book real quick. I don't want to go off the top of my head
Right.
and
Right.
quote
No, you never want to do that when you're talking about funding.
the wrong price because we had one price that was through my head and then we were like, then we changed it. So let me see. I know it's right over here. There it is. I have a book for everything.
I know.
Oh, and I went through price and all the beads, and so with that we could figure out a general price the other day. So, um, for the shorter ones that usually only have 3 beads on them, they'll be, and that's including the charm, they'll be 5. For the 5 bead ones, there'll be 6, and then for the 7 bead ones, there'll be 7. So basically 5, 6, and 7. But
Mhm.
then on custom ones, I'll have to quote a price depending on when I find a bead or or whatever it is. But most of them, like if I put on there, pick the bead and the colors and that, they'll still go by these
Yeah.
prices.
Yeah. Well, good. That seems very, very reasonable for a good quality handmade product. That's very nice, and they're so so pretty. So then those are going to be available. The site will be up and running on Monday. You said,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and make sure that you guys jump in and I will drop that link one more time to go over. I have to do it from my phone, so you can go over there and join her Facebook group and
Have a great day, Jennifer, and thank you. And the group that I put it on is a public group. So, I mean, join it. It would be great if you join it, but anybody can get there who's on Facebook.
mhm,
And I think once I get my Facebook group up and running, I won't sell them off of Instagram, but I'll probably start putting some pictures up on Instagram so that anybody who doesn't have Facebook, because I know there's a lot of people who do not have Facebook and who are interested in my stitch markers, they can see what they look like on there, message me, and then I guess, well, it would be selling off of there. It's just not going to be an official sell site. It'll be, if you
right,
message me, you don't have Facebook, you're interested in my stitch markers. I mean, I want anybody who wants them to be able to get them.
right. And
So,
so you're going to use Venmo and you're going to use. Did you say PayPal or did I make that up?
yes, Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App.
Cash Up? Is that what you
Cash App,
Cash App? I guess I haven't heard of that one.
yeah,
So,
that's actually one of the more original ones. So there was PayPal, and then Cash App is one of the older ones.
okay. Okay, so that should
It's
give
actually,
everybody.
I think, is that one run by PayPal runs an actual app, and I can't remember if that's Cash App or I can't remember right now. But I used to use Square.
Mhm.
Square has one,
That's what I use is Square.
but they also have an app, and I don't know if that one's Venmo or Cash App.
Mm,
So, but yeah, those are what I used with my direct sales business.
mhm,
I started with PayPal, and then when they went through a time of having all their glitchy stuff going on, I
mhm.
moved to Cash App and then got Venmo as well.
Mm.
but they seem to, since they went to is it Synchronicity Bank? I think they that took over PayPal. I think they seem to be running better.
Mm. Okay, good. Yeah, I haven't had problems with PayPal in a long time. That's
Yeah.
typically everything I have is set up through PayPal, but for my own business, I use Square.
Yeah, I for my massage business, I used Square until I think they upped their prices, and then I stopped using them, and I started using basically mainly PayPal because PayPal also came out with the swiper
Mm,
thing.
I didn't know that.
So I don't even know where it's at anymore because of course I don't use it.
Right?
But I don't even have the app where I could go in and put credit cards into anymore. So it's just easier. I have not learned how to use their invoicing system. That is the one thing I do not have figured out yet is my invoicing, but I'll get on that and get it figured out. I'll probably have to use my Word app or something and just,
Yeah.
fill out an invoice. So, or I can handwrite a simple receipt. I've got a
Yeah.
receipt book. So I will get a receipt for whoever if you need a receipt, you'll get a receipt. So
Well, yeah, PayPal's going to send you a receipt anyway. They send you a thing when you're done.
if you put it all through there,
Mm.
yeah, well, you'll get there. I paid so and
Mhm.
so, this much money.
Yeah.
So yeah, and all of them will do that.
Right. Right.
So, but some
Well,
people want an actual itemized
mm, I suppose so.
thing.
Thank you
Thank
so
you, Kathy.
much.
Kathy is somebody who has actually won my stitch markers in the past,
Nice.
and I actually sent her a couple more. She doesn't have a channel, but she's gonna put it up on her Facebook and stuff. So
Yeah.
she's
So
one of the people.
make sure you guys, when this thing goes live on Monday, get in there to your Facebook and share that out. Send it out to a couple of people that you know, either personally or someone that you follow, and just let them know, hey, this is a really cool thing that that is new, and let's get that information out there. Let's get the word out for people.
Yeah, thank you. And if I happen to sell out, don't worry, I will be making them as quickly as I can. My crochet will be put to the side for a while so that I can, get it. Except for, but I started to say earlier, I never finished it with the Meow Mission, is I am crocheting what I can crochet to get to them for the 16th. But if anybody would like to make some toys, cat toys, I'm allowed to send out the patterns that she sent to me.
Oh, good.
So, and they're really cute and they're tiny. They shouldn't take very long. So, if anybody would like to just get in touch with me, and that would be great. If you don't have time, that's fine too. Um, I'm just trying to get as many made for them as I can, and I know they have other people who are making them too because they always have them at their fundraisers.
Mhm.
So
Good. Good. That's great.
next year, I plan on making them a cat couch that they can auction off.
I have seen those, and I always worry about the pattern. I don't know if I can manage the pattern on that.
I have it. I
That's
can't. I
horrible.
had bought it on Annie's, so I can't
Mhm.
share it. I actually have a pattern for 3 of them.
Mhm.
2 that look like the couch, and then 1, they call it a round bed or a round couch.
Mhm.
Um, because I wanna make at least 1 of them for my cats,
Mhm.
and I haven't done it yet, so I'm gonna make 1 for mine, and then I wanna make 1 for them to auction off next year.
Yeah.
That's my plan.
Mhm.
Um, plans don't always go as you plan. So, but yeah, if anybody would, like to, I'd appreciate it. But again, if you can't, I understand. Um, what else there was something else I wanted to say. Oh, I've talked about him, but I haven't really told you guys. For those who have never joined us, I do have a group besides my stitch marker one, which is AJ's creative stitch markers, etc. AJ's personal touch, sorry. AJ's personal touches um, creative stitch markers, etc. Because at some point in time, I'd like to add some other little things on there. Um, that's my new group, which is public, and anybody can go in and join and look at. I have a private group, which is just AJ's personal touch, which my subscribers, come on. Anybody who wants to join, there's the questions, just answer them. As long as you're a maker of anything, I'll let you in. I asked knit or crochet, but if you do other fiber work, or whatever, just, put down what you do, how you heard about me. Um, and then we have live chats. And I've never been able to schedule them out because nobody will ever give me a time that's good for them. And I've been asking till I'm blue in the face. So normally when I'm available, I go on.
Yeah.
And if people want to come and join me, they do. Lots of times it's not till later at night. I'm a pain patient, so I'm up at night, but that's good for people who live on the West Coast. So we have people from all over. We have other people who are night owls like I am who come on. It's usually around, I've been trying to get earlier, but it's been around 10 o'clock at night. But there have been days, especially when I start working on stitch markers, that I'll sit and work on stitch markers and open it like at 8, as early as 8. One day I was on at like 4. So if somebody else, I'll usually message some of the people who come in, I'm going to open it. Do you think you might want to come in?
Mhm.
Because if I sit there by myself for more than, I think it's like 15 minutes, it boots me out. And then I
Okay.
don't realize it booted me out until somebody says, I'm trying to get in, you know.
Now,
So,
is that through Zoom? Is that a Zoom meeting?
no, it's done on Facebook. It's a Facebook
Oh,
video chat. When you have a group, you can, if you look at the headings, you can create a group chat, or you can create, it's called a room,
okay.
and you can go in and you don't have to show your face. You can just audio if you want to and talk with us. Um, you can ask Kathy. I asked Kathy was a subscriber of mine for quite a while, and she, you know, told me things like, oh, I'd like to talk sometime, but it took me a long time to coax her, and she finally came in, and now she's one of our regulars, and she comes in, you know, almost every time I have it open. So there's a couple of us who are in there all the time, like Nana's crochet ideas, and then my friend Donna, who she's Melfina's
Hmm.
magic, and then Ambi Craft Reads, and then Kaylin comes in sometimes from Kay's Crochet Haven. Spring's been in a couple times, so it's really nice,
Oh,
and
good.
it's a really great way to get to know everybody. Some days we just sit there, we don't talk at all, we just sit and work on our craft, and it's just nice knowing that you have others around you. And then there's days where you can't keep us quiet. There was a night that we were singing to songs of the 80s, because all of a sudden I think I had a song stuck in my head and I couldn't get it out of my head, and then it reminded somebody of another song, and then I started looking up, different things on YouTube, the different songs, and then I'd play them, and then we'd sing to them because you could hear them in the background.
Oh, that's wonderful. That sounds like so much fun.
So yeah, it's fun, and then we keep each other going, ask, how you doing, let me see, what's your progress. So it's really it's a lot nicer than sitting at home alone, like a lot of us do.
A lot of us do, yeah. And
So
there's not a single person that we know who crochets or is the least bit interested in what we do. And so it's nice to be around people of our own kind.
yeah. And and then we, sometimes if somebody's looking for a yarn or something, somebody
Mhm.
else might have it, and just it's really nice. It has enriched my life, I know, a lot over the last couple months.
Yeah.
So
Mhm. Mhm. Alrighty then. I think we'll go ahead and let people go, get on with their day. I really appreciate you guys popping in. I know this was, like I said, kind of impromptu and not a whole lot of notice. So thank you. And make sure on Monday, am I still going to be around? I think maybe, depending on what time of day it is, I might still have access to internet. That's going to be the weirdest thing is at least for the first week, week and a half, you won't have access to internet. So um, I can't even imagine how many emails.
so if you saw anything you liked today, especially as far as the enamel Halloween ones, you're going to want to go in and get those, because like I said, there's only 2 of each.
Mhm.
Um But again, if I sell enough, if I can get the other ones in time, if I can get another batch in time, I can, make some more. But I don't know if I can, because those I had to order. Um, but just know, if I would happen to sell out, there will be more coming. If there's something you want that you can't find, let me know. I'll look for it. And also, if you have that little charm sitting around and like, I would like this made into something,
Oh,
I have no idea, and then you think, oh, it would be nice to have as a stitch marker,
mhm.
you can send it to me and I can, give you a price on what it would be to make it into a stitch marker.
That is a great
So
idea because I know a lot of us do. I've picked up charms here and there, and they just sit in the box.
yeah, I may have some things up that are only like one charm or something, because I have like some necklaces that I had gotten that have just like one charm hanging from them, and I'm like, I'm never going to wear it, or I bought it for somebody and I don't see them anymore. So I'm like, I'm just going to take the necklace apart and use the charm and make a stitch marker out of it.
Yeah,
So,
that's a great
and
idea.
beaded necklaces, that I'm getting ready to go through all my jewelry. And I know my daughter, she's not the girly girl.
Yeah.
So I may just take them apart and use the beads, and, you know, repurposing is an
Mhm.
amazing thing.
Yeah, that's a great way to do it.
So, oh, and I do have, as I've said, I've sent them out to other people who will be making videos. And as I get the videos, I'll make a list.
Okay.
I can't think
So
of
should
it
we
now.
use
My
a
brain's not working. On my YouTube page, I will have
playlist?
a playlist, yes, of everybody who shows their stitch markers.
Excellent. That's wonderful. All right. Thank you very much for joining us today, and I appreciate everybody popping in and spending some time with us today. And we will see you soon. Bye bye.
Bye, thanks.